I am in Miss Delaga's class and Miss Smith's class.
And I'm Isley's mom. I'm Heather Racine, and I teach high school at Bremerton High School. All right.
Okay.
You got some questions?
Uh-huh.
All right.
What's your education and experience?
Okay, so I graduated from college in 2008 from WSU. Go Cougs! And I've been teaching since 2008, 2009. I have a degree. I have a bachelor's of arts in education with a minor in English. And I also have a master's degree in literacy, also known as reading, as well as an endorsement, which means I can teach English language development or English language learners. I can teach grades 9 through 12. And I've worked in Eastern Washington at a high school teaching English. I worked teaching college classes. I also worked in Nia Bay up in northwestern Washington. And I taught all grades there. And then from then I taught ELL at North Mason School District. And then I taught in Oakland Bay Junior High in Shelton, Washington. And I taught Spanish and I taught English and ELL. And then I came here in 2018 and I've been teaching at Bremerton High School in the English department ever since.
Okay. Next question. What's your job title? What do you have to do at your job?
So I'm a high school English teacher. That means I get to plan lessons. I get to prepare lessons. I get to deliver the lessons to my students. I have to grade papers. I have to grade assignments. I have to talk to parents. Let's see, what else do I have to do? Oh, I have to do grades in the grade book. I have to do conferences. I have lots of things that I have to do. I'm also on a few committees. So I'm a member of our union, which basically helps teachers if they need help with things about their job. And I also am on our ER team, which is our emotional and like our SEL team. So I do that. And let's see, there's a lot of things that teachers do. It's really, really fun, but it's also a ton of work.
Okay, third question. Why did you choose that career?
Well, when I was in high school, I had some really, really amazing teachers. And I also had some really kind of not amazing teachers. And I thought that I would be a better teacher and that students would have a better time if all teachers were really good teachers, more friendly and helpful and cared about their students, and it would help them want to come to school. And I decided that I couldn't, that I needed to be part of the problem. I needed to be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. So if I wanted all students to feel like they were welcome and belonged and they got good learning things, got good learning experiences, then I would need to do something about it. And so that's when I decided that I wanted to become a teacher.
Okay. Fourth question. When you were in elementary school, what did you want to be?
I wanted to be a teacher, but I also wanted to be a truck driver. I wanted to drive a big truck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Fifth question. What is your favorite thing about your job?
I get to hang out with really, really fun and cool kids all day long, and they get to tell me stories, and I get to talk to them, and I get to help them learn about the world through books and through reading and through writing, and I get to prepare them to be grown-ups and to learn how to be positive members of our community.
Okay, are you done?
Yep.
Okay,
Also, I can drink coffee whenever I want to.
Sixth question. How long do you work? What days of the week do you work?
So I go to work I have to be there at 7 a.m. and I have to stay at school until 2:40. And I go Monday through Friday. And I don't work Saturday or Sunday, which is pretty cool because I get to spend time with my kids and with my friends and my family. And it's pretty much all the time year round, except for there's a few weeks in summer that we get to take off, but not really take off because we're always thinking about what are we going to do next? How am I going to make next year even better than this year? What kind of awesome things am I going to do in my classroom? And how am I going to make it super fun for my students so that they like to read and learn? And how do they, how am I going to prepare them to be grown-ups?
Okay, hold
on. Wasting time.
Okay.
All right.
Seventh question. What things did you learn in school that have helped you with your job today?
For example, reading, definitely. Writing, I learned how to write really, really, really good essays so that I could share my thoughts with people because I don't speak very well sometimes. I get really shy when I'm talking to some people. I also, sometimes it's hard for me to focus and to sit still. So I had to learn how to control that a little bit and how to use it toward to benefit me, instead of making my life harder. So sometimes I start singing in class and things like that. But reading was probably the biggest thing, and learning how to read really well by reading a lot. Like I read everything. I read road signs. I read cereal boxes. I read fan fiction on the internet. I read real books. I read teacher books. I read kids books, cookbooks, all kinds of things. So I think reading was probably the biggest thing, and learning how to organize my time and make sure that I am prepared every day is really helpful, especially because I have ADHD.
What is eighth question? What is a cool fact that many people don't know about your job?
A cool fact about being a high school English teacher is that I get to decide what I get to read or what my students read in class. And sometimes if it doesn't work out, like if we're reading something and the kids are like, oh my God, this is so boring, or I realize that maybe it's not the same story that I thought it was, or maybe I just don't like it, I can change it at any time, and we can just have a discussion about the topic, or I can choose a different story like at any time that I want because I just didn't like it. And as long as it matches up with our curriculum guide and that it's not, it's not like a really, really gross story or something, or it's not too scary, I can pretty much change it at any point in time. So I have a lot of say over what kind of things I get to do. And like I said, if it's not working out and my kids are like, this is dumb, I can be like, okay, well, let's figure out something else. And we do. Is that it?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, man.
Maybe it's not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Yes, it is.
Is that it? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Isley, for interviewing me. I had a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, look at that squirrel. Sorry,
Hi,
ADHD.
Squirrel.